Hey guys, welcome to Zach. Well, it's not Zach Attack News Live, it's just Zach Attack Live on a Tuesday. We're going to be ranking all the Godzilla movies in the MonsterVerse and King Kong and them fighting each other. All 5 films that's come out so far, all together. We just got Godzilla X Kong, New Empire that just came out, and we don't know when we're going to be getting the next film. And I'm excited to just give my personal thoughts because I didn't get to do individual reviews films on my channel and give you what my overall ranking is. Just to give you a look at what the ranking list is going to be, I decided to do it how I rank my movies, like how I my grading. So A, obviously top of the line, B plus, B, C plus, C, D, and F. So we're going to be doing this in release order. I haven't seen Legacy of Monarch, so I was not able to add that to the list to rank the show. Hopefully, I get to check it out soon. But we're just doing the 5 movies right now. If you're asking, why are you not doing Zach Attack News Live? Well, because I was looking at all the news that came out in the last couple of days, and there was nothing really, anything I wanted to talk about that much, and I really wanted to do this, and I was like, hey, let me just go live and do this all at the same time. Let's see who's in the live chat already. Collectible event, no Zach Attack News, no Zach Attack News. The biggest thing I could find that I could talk about was them talking about Sam Raimi talking about Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and how he hasn't heard anything about doing that yet. But I didn't really feel like it really expound on that. I could have probably broke down the box office stuff like that, but I'll save that for next week when we have stuff like Monkey Man in the second week of all those shows. But I figured I'll do this and then have a little bit of Q&A and chill with you guys afterwards. Hey, what's up, Brandon Davis? Welcome to the live chat. How you doing? What's up, Kenny Sparks? Welcome to the live stream, baby. Hold on, let me put the question of the day at the bottom. Hey, Derpy. Hi, human. I heard you say you are a Star Trek fan last week. I noticed you have the Star Trek font. Yeah, I love Star Trek. I grew up on it. I don't remember all the lore and stuff like that. I just remember loving it growing up. I watched the shows recently. Star Trek Picard, really enjoyed. I watched some of Discovery and I watched some of Strange Worlds, which are all good stuff. I need to go back to it. And I really like the Chris Pine trilogy that we got so far. Yeah, I still need to finish the Monarch show. Yeah, I've heard it started off really strong, but then kind of petered out as it went. Zach, I'm telling you, Renegade Nell is dope. I saw you talking about that in the Spoiler Kings Facebook group. I'm going to have to go do my research and look that up. I just got home a few minutes ago. I just picked up the Black Panther Mondo 4K Steelbook, and I have 4 others being delivered to my house. They're completely sold out. Nice. Love Star Trek, The New Generation. Yep, I grew up on that. And Chris Pine's Star Trek. I love how we talk about Star Trek during the MonsterVerse ranking. So let me get into the MonsterVerse ranking, then we can talk about whatever you want afterwards. So the first movie we're going to rank is going to be... Ooh, wrong one. Me small, them big. Godzilla 2014. So when it comes to Godzilla 2014... I was really excited. I have some nostalgic berries attached to this film, so maybe that's why I like it more than a lot of people do. But I went to go see this on my birthday. I grew up a Godzilla fan, not like super deep. I didn't see all the Godzilla movies, but the ones that I saw, I really liked the idea of Godzilla, and I was excited to see what Gareth Edwards could do. And obviously, Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson were in this film, and they're also being Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in the Age of Ultron. Got me excited to see what else they could do. And it was just funny that they like played brother and sister in that, and then they were in a relationship in this one. I just thought that was really funny. But they also had Bryan Cranston, who I was a fan of. They just had a cast that I was a fan of. It's Godzilla, and I really ended up liking this movie a lot. Like a lot. I really like the idea of having Godzilla feel like this monster force that was like so big and towering, and like the MonsterVerse has done a really good job of showing the scale of the monsters versus the humans and the buildings and everything. And I really enjoyed 2014 the way it took its time. There's versions of Godzilla where the monster's not shown like at first, especially during the origins, and I really liked how they did that. But I do understand like people don't like it because of the lack of action, and I think the focus on the human characters wasn't too bad in this one. The writing of the dialogue was a little bit better. It was less Fast and Furious and more like a regular film. And I think the fact that Bryan Cranston being the biggest actor at the time in this film and them killing him off in the first whatever amount of minutes was really ballsy. And I really really like this movie. And the final battle is just so good. And that final shot of him opening up the Muto and blasting him, that's seared in my brain. I thought that was amazing. And it got me really, really hype in the theater. So I really, really enjoyed this movie. I do think has some negative nostalgia barriers too, because a lot of my friends didn't enjoy it, even though they should have just faked it. It was my birthday, but they didn't really enjoy it. So I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to about it on the film at the time. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I like Garrett Edwards as a director. And I like him as a creative, and I think that he does a really good job in this one. And I love the scene of the people jumping out of the plane with the red smoke. I think there's some really nice artistic takes on Godzilla in here. So I'm gonna give Godzilla the 2014 one a B plus. That's going to be a B plus for me. I think that the movie is really really good at something that I could rewatch. And I think that it's a really good serious take on the character, and as far as a far cry from what we're really getting right now. Let's see what you guys have to say. I actually like Godzilla 2014 mainly because Bryan Cranston's in it. Yeah, he was really good for the few minutes he was in it. Godzilla 2014 is a B or A. So yeah, I put it a B plus. So right in between. Rank the MonsterVerse movies in order of Godzilla level of jerkiness. Definitely Godzilla. If we were doing that, ranking them in terms of jerkiness. Hold on. Let's see. Godzilla X Kong would be definitely number one. He was a complete jerk in that. And then obviously Godzilla versus Kong would be number two. And then it's basically just reverse order of release. He just got jerkier as the the films progress. And then I say Godzilla King of Monsters and then just Godzilla. That's the order of jerkiness. And I guess Kong Skull Island would be the last place because he wasn't in the movie. He didn't get a chance to be a jerk. But yeah, he's pretty much of a jerk. Godzilla 2014 frustrates me. I understand that it's his reintroduction, but the constant teasing of the character we are historically familiar with was annoying. I can understand that. I can see that definitely. I think they were trying to draw in some new people who maybe are not familiar with the character, and it worked for me. It worked for me. It was a long time since we got an American Godzilla, and I think the production values and the way they entertained the story was dope. Especially comparing to when they started showing him all the time and he didn't really get to do much. Hey, beloved channel member, popping the popcorn. How are you doing? He said, however, the fights versus the Mutos were awesome. Yes, the fights with the Mutos were dope. I really, 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 really enjoyed the fights with the Mutos. Let's go on to the next one. It's probably gonna be a pretty short live, which I don't mind. Not everything has to be 2 hours, but Godzilla King of the Monsters. That came out right after Godzilla, I believe. Am I wrong? Was it Kong? Hold on. God, might be wrong. Godzilla King of the Monsters came in 2019. Oh wait, hold on. Kong 2017 actually. So it's Kong that came out next. So let's do Kong. So Kong was next. Kong Skull Island. Really, really love this movie. And I'm just gonna say it off the bat. Out of all the 5 MonsterVerse films, this is my favorite film out of the franchise so far. I think that it encompasses all the things that I like. Visually, it looks great. The battles between the monsters is great. The human characters are actually really, really good, and they didn't annoy me at any point, and I wanted all of them to survive. I think Samuel Jackson was fantastic in this film. I really, really liked his character. I really like Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston. I really liked everybody in this film. They understood the assignment. They understood the type of film they were in. They brought gravitas when they need to. And Kong is such a great character. You know what I mean? Like, he's a character. He's not just this monstrous thing that destroys things for no reason. They really, really did good job of making him relatable, and you understand why he's doing what he's doing. Absolutely love Kong Skull Island. I think that the scaling of him versus everything was dope. Like when he first shows up and throws a tree, and then all the planes see him with the silhouette in the sun in the back. Cinema, cinema, absolute cinema. And just him versus a skull crusher was great. Him having that classic moment with the blonde, which is Brie Larson, but it being a little different, um, was really, really dope. I just really, really enjoyed the heck out of this movie. All the side characters, the guy I think was Willie C. O'Reilly. I think that's how you say, or John O'Reilly. Hold on, John C. Riley, being the guy that was there from years before and getting stuck on there, and him trying to they utilize the time period really well. And a lot of movies don't do that. They don't utilize the time period well, and I think they did a great job utilizing the time period, creating compelling human characters, creating a compelling monster that I was like rooting for, creating an enemy that I could root against, while also giving us really cool lore. I really hope that the movies moving forward, it doesn't look like they're going to be taking it to this tone. They're going to be more goofy, but I really, really enjoy this film. Hopefully, if we get another Kong movie, that they stick to this. I'm hoping for a Kong 2 where he's traveling Hollow Earth as the new. Hope it's called King Kong Hollow Earth. I think that would be dope. But to rank um, Kong Skull Island, I'm going to give this bad boy an A. I think this is an A. I think this is a legitimate great movie outside of anything. Like if it's just a great monster film, even if it's not tied to anything. And this is something that I could see myself going back to rewatch over and over and over. Like as much as I would rewatch films. If you know me, I don't rewatch films a lot. But I do enjoy Kong Skull Island, and I enjoy the 2014 film. Let me see what you guys have to say in the chat. He said Kong is A tier. He agrees with me. Kong might be the best movie of the franchise, to be honest. I agree as well. I do think it's the best movie of the franchise. For my particular taste, I know there's a lot of people who may not agree, because I see a lot of people saying that they think that Godzilla X Kong New Empire is the best one. If you're just there for stupid, silly, mindless fun, that's definitely going to be the best of the bunch for you. Yeah, there's some incredible shots in Kong Squad. It's super incredible. One of my favorite ones is Samuel Jackson just staring at him while everybody's on fire and dying, and Kong is ripping another plane in half, and Kong like stares him directly through the peephole into his face. I thought that was amazing, and it like encompassed like what was going on in the movie. Like they weren't going to stop till they took each other out. I thought that was awesome. I also went to the movie theater with my mom today to go see Cat's Life. I really enjoyed it. The movie actually made me sad, but also happy at the same time. Okay, I think someone brought that up during my last Zack Attack News live that I did when they talked about that movie. So cool. It might have been you. The only Kong movie I actually like is the one directed by Peter Jackson. Oh, so did you see Kong Skull? Kong Skull directed by Jordan? No, it was directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts. So did you see Kong Skull Island? You don't like Kong Skull Island? Do you think it's too late for the MonsterVerse to reverse course and go back to a 2014 tone? Yeah, it's too late. They won't do that. Godzilla X Kong New Empire had the biggest debut of the year in terms of box office. It has incredible audience scores. It got an A minus cinema score. It has like an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's getting highly reviewed by MonsterVerse fans. And it's making a bunch of money. So I don't see them going backwards, especially since Godzilla 2014 wasn't super highly regarded. Oh, thank you, Dark Movies, for that. I appreciate you all, as always. Dropping. Let me see if I can see the sticker, because on StreamYards I can't see the sticker. Let me see if it shows me on here. Oh, it's a weight because Godzilla be pulling that weight. No, I just think it's too silly. All these Godzilla and King Kong movies. You think Kong Skull Island is silly? I didn't think it was silly at all. To be honest, I think John C. Riley character is a little silly, but overall, I don't think that movie's silly. They take it pretty seriously. He said, collective, you're missing out then. Peter Jackson one from 2005 got nothing on Kong Skull Island. Yeah, I think Kong Skull Island might be the best Kong film. But I seen one of the black and white ones, and I saw the Peter Jackson one, but I really like Kong Skull Island the most. Let's see. So we did Kong Skull Island. Next up theatrically now is Godzilla King of Monsters. That was up next. This is the second Godzilla movie. This is the movie where they start tying everything together and getting the characters all together. And yeah, I don't really like this film at all. Let me not say at all. This is my least favorite film out of the franchise. I think it's the more I thought about it after I watched it, I think more and more it's a bad movie. And the main reason is because they cut away from what we're here for. Like we get really great glimpses of the monsters doing cool shit, like Rodon spinning and destroying all the planes, and Godzilla versus Ghidorah, whatever the name is, or when he even first shows up. There's a lot of cool stuff in Kings of Monsters, but the human aspect drags the movie down. It was so hard for me to stay paying attention to what's going on because I just did not care about any of the human characters in this movie, unfortunately. And this was the most use of the humans in all the films. And it was just a bunch of gobbledygook science, about a bunch of repetitive dialogue. The human villain, whole like premise and why she was doing things didn't make no sense to me. It was just so dumb, and I really just didn't not enjoy my time watching this movie. I do think that there are really great monster scenes, like Kenny Sparks says. I love the fights in King of Monsters. I hate the humans so much. Yeah, I love the fights in King of Monsters. I think a lot of them are fantastic and some of the best in the series. But to watch the movie from beginning to end, I don't think I'll ever do it again unless someone invites me to a watch along or a friend is like, "Oh, I want to watch all the movies together." Then I'll watch it, but I'm never going to turn Godzilla King of Monsters on again. I'll probably go back and like, "Oh, let me watch this fight." But I'm not going to ever sit through the movie from beginning to end. And that to me is a bad movie. If I can't sit through from beginning to end because the middle parts between the fights are just so unbearable, that's not good. Derby says he thinks it's going to be a C. Well, that's fair. That's fair. We're going to unleash monsters to kill everything and restart Earth, except me. I need to live. That doesn't make any sense. And you have no plan to control the monsters. That's what really killed me. They had no plan for if the monsters were to say, you know what? Let's just wipe everybody out and find everywhere. Let's all release at the same time. They had no plan for that. It was just like, yeah, let's release them and see what happens. It was really dumb. Millie Bobby Brown was not used well. She barely talked. It was like they were trying to capitalize on the fact that she was 11 and that she doesn't talk that much in that show. So they're trying to do that in the movie, but it just didn't work. And she just kept saying dad or mom multiple times. And I just didn't really I didn't like a lot of the human characters. They were just annoying. Hey, Dello Movies, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here so much. Beloved channel member. How are you doing? So when ranking Godzilla King of Monsters, I don't have to really go too high. I'm not gonna give it. I was thinking about giving it an F. I'm not gonna give it an F because it does look great and the fights are great. So I'm gonna give it a D. I'm gonna put it in the D section. I think that to me, it's the worst movie of the bunch. It's because I feel like it's unwatchable. Like from beginning to end, I can't put it in C because to me a C tier is a good movie. C plus is really good. B is great. B plus is really great, and A is like spectacular. And obviously F is dog shit. But I don't think Godzilla King of Monsters is dog shit. So D is fair to me. Like it's not. There's some redeeming qualities to the film there. And next up, theatrically, was Godzilla versus Kong. So we got two Godzilla movies, we got one Kong film, and then we get the two behemoths fighting each other. Well, hold on, let me see what Kenny Sparks said. He said Millie screaming dad and mom was just as annoying as Finn constantly screaming Ray in the sequel trilogy. yeah, just having characters just fiend over certain characters and just scream their name. It reminded me of Inuyasha when he was like Kagome all the time. So, oh my god, okay, I get it. But Godzilla versus Kong is a really good movie. I ended up really enjoying the film. The human characters are not that fantastic in here, but I like Brian Tyree Henry's character in here, where he's the guy with the podcast. I didn't find him annoying. Millie Bobby Brown's a little better in here. Her friend that's in the movie was totally unnecessary. Did not need to be in the movie at all. I think one thing that's weird across the movies, they introduce characters in these films and they expect you to know them even though they weren't in the last film. It's so weird. That happened in Kingdom Monsters all the time. There was just a bunch of characters in these movies. I was just like, wait, who is this? Why do they seem important? They were never in a film and they get no recognition or anything like that. So Godzilla versus Kong, the battles are fantastic. When we that Hong Kong battle before Kong, Godzilla, fantastic. I think the build up to everything was really great. I like the method of the villains making Mecha Godzilla. When Mecha Godzilla was showed, I freaked out because I remember seeing Mecha Godzilla back in the old school Godzilla film, and then also in the animated show. And I love the idea of a Mecha Godzilla, him going one on one with it. Loved it. I just had a really good time with this film. I think it's not an amazing story, but let's even Godzilla versus Kong on the boat. Great. I think that was fantastic with the little girl, her trying to connect with Kong and learning that he could do sign language, just adding a little bit more human trait to the character in a way that they could communicate with him without doing a device or something like that. And the fact that he's the more the human. It's funny because he's the more the human. He's connected to the humans more, but he's the one that's in Hollow Earth, while Godzilla is the one that can't really connect with humans, and he's the one on Earth. It's just so funny that they did that, but I do think it creates an interesting dynamic. And then Kong fighting Godzilla for the first time and struggling, and then him fighting him again, and then him teaming up to fight Mecha Godzilla, and seeing that Mecha Godzilla was whooping Godzilla's behind. I just gotta focus and say that. Look at the camera when I say that one. I think that was really, really interesting. I enjoyed every aspect of that. The kaiju stuff was great. The human stuff, not great, but not bad, not annoying enough to kill me. But Mecha Godzilla was, like Kenny Spark just said, no joke. So let me rank this real quick. I'm gonna give Godzilla versus Kong. I think it was legitimately a great film. I think I'm gonna put it as a B because I don't think there's really like artistic merit to it, like how I feel like there's artistic merit to Kong Skull Island or Godzilla 2014. I know how I feel about that movie more than others. Maybe if I watch 2014 over again, because it's been a while, then I would switch them. But as of right now, by the way, on note, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, King of Monsters, I've all watched last week before Godzilla Kong New Empire came out. So these are all mostly fresh in my mind. The only one that's not fresh in my mind is Godzilla 2014. So maybe if I rewatch it, I'm like, oh, maybe they shouldn't hit him too long. But right now, I think Godzilla vs. Kong is a great movie. There's still things that annoy me about the human characters and the story and how long the movie takes to get to the actual action. I think that they stretched the runtime a little bit. But I just realized I'm not showing you guys. I think they stretched the runtime a little bit, but I still will rewatch this movie. If somebody said, "Oh, let's watch Godzilla vs. Kong," I'll gladly rewatch it because it's still a great movie. Let me see what you guys got to say. I wanted to love King of Monsters, but the movie is so freaking dark. I can't see what I came for. The monster fights. It's like they shot every scene at night through a black gaze. That's funny because there's a lot of shots. There's a lot of action sequences shot during the daylight, but they did a lot of hazy effects and smoke and thunder and dust and stuff like that. And I felt like maybe they were trying to cover up the detail of the effects and they felt like it wasn't worthy enough. But yeah, King of Monsters is shot pretty dark in places. It didn't annoy me. I like the whole weather effect that Ghidorah, I don't know how to say his name properly, was doing. I thought it was cool. But I really, really enjoyed the visuals in that film. But I understand what you're saying. Godzilla vs. Kong is my favorite of the franchise. I just rewatched it this weekend and I loved it. And I loved 80% of it. Wow. 80%. And I love that there was a definitive winner. Yeah, they didn't check it out. They could have did a thing and they chicken out. There's no definitive winner. We'll fight again later. But no, they made Godzilla win. Godzilla is no joke. Throughout the history of the Godzilla franchise, probably the toughest opponent outside of King. Yep. That's probably his second hardest fight that he has. I didn't even know you were live. Yeah, man, I'm live, baby. Zach is indeed evil when he's live. He's evil with us. That's hilarious. Dello movies. I haven't seen the new one yet. My ranking is Skull Island by a long, long way. Godzilla versus Kong, King of Monsters, Godzilla minus. Well, I'm not putting Godzilla minus one because that's not considered part of the MonsterVerse. That's separate. That's Toho. Okay, so let's move on to the last movie in the franchise, and that's going to be Godzilla X Kong New Empire. This movie is really, oh, I just realized I have this still up here. This movie is really, really fun. I had a really great time watching this film. It's colorful, it's bright, the VFX are fantastic. There's a lot of kaiju fights. I think this is the most kaiju fights that we've had in the franchise overall for these 5 movies that I've seen. The human characters are absolutely useless, and they didn't have to be. There was a bunch of aspects, and I talked to Kenny about this a little bit on his review and in general, where they could have used the humans to enhance the story even more. But for the most part, they try to have all this mystical lore for the humans and try to make them important. And at the end of the day, you just need to make the Titans, the Kaijus, important. And we still got that. Kong, still the best character in the franchise so far. Love his story in this movie. I don't want to go too deep into spoiler territory because this movie just came out last week and I don't want to spoil anything for you guys that may not have seen it yet. But I do think this is a really good movie. I do think it's a step down from Godzilla versus Kong, even though I think it's probably a little bit more fun than that movie, but it's just so mindless. And like Godzilla is only like in 8 to 10 minutes of this 2-hour, 10-minute movie. So he's like doing side quests and he wasn't really needed. I really thought this should have just been a Kong movie. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the film. Not bad by any stretch. Had a good time. But I'm going to put Godzilla X Kong in the C+ range. I don't think it's a great movie, but I do think it's a really good movie. It's something that you definitely want to check out on the big screen. Something you can maybe definitely check out on IMAX because of the visuals and the fights. And also, if you want to get a chance, there's a lot of moments in it that look like there was 3D. So you may want to see it in 3D. I think that this is a visual spectacle. You'll have fun about it, and you'll probably forget about it in a week. But it's a really good time. And they add a lot of lore to the characters, there's returns, all that good stuff. So Godzilla X Kong, where they're teaming up instead of fighting each other. Look at the posters; they were facing off, and now they're together. Was a really fun time. The Scar King is a little bum, but Scar King was a little bum, but I still had a lot of fun with his character anyway. So just to recap a little bit, let me see if I can zoom in now that they're all here on the list. Godzilla King of Monsters I have in the D tier. Luckily, nothing goes into the F tier. Nothing is actually terrible inside of the MonsterVerse. And then so Godzilla King of Monsters D. It's serviceable. It's not that great of a film. There are fights you want to go back to, but sitting down watching the movie from beginning to end, it's not great. There's Godzilla X Kong, which is New Empire, which I don't know why it's called New Empire, but whatever. It's a C+, which I think is a really good film. I had a really good time with the film. I think it's going to be the favorite of a lot of people who just love kaiju fights and nothing more. For me, I had a good time in the theater. I didn't regret seeing it, and I'm glad I saw it on a big screen. I think that's the way you should see that movie with a crowd, and so you go ooh and ah with them. Godzilla versus Kong. I think this movie was better than the last film. I actually enjoyed this a lot. I think the fact that this had a stronger villain in it really elevated over Godzilla X Kong and with Mechagodzilla, and that final battle was intense and it was awesome. And seeing Godzilla and Kong team up at the end was really dope. It was kind of like Batman versus Superman and Civil War. This was like the Batman versus Superman Civil War of the MonsterVerse. They fight each other in the beginning, and they end up teaming up to face a greater foe, and they gain respect for each other by the end. Moving on up is B+ is going to be Godzilla run from 2014 with Garrett Edwards directing. I really enjoyed this film. I love the fact that they showed the humans like running away and not showing him too much. Very reminiscent of what they do with Godzilla -1 in a way. I do think that movie's emotional core is better than any of these films, but I do think this is the movie that's closest to Godzilla minus one in terms of what it was going for. And I really, really liked what they pulled off here. And then on the top of the top, the bunch of the bunch, getting that big old A, baby, is Kong Skull Island. Really, really enjoy this movie. This is a legitimately, to me, a great film outside of all the monster stuff. It just has everything going for it in terms of utilizing the time period, utilizing all the great actors they signed up on here, utilizing Kong in a way where they made him a really cool character, but also the scaling of him and his story. And Samuel Jackson was fantastic. The lore that they built, the Skull Crushers was scary. It was a lot of really cool sequences spruced throughout all the story. I actually felt bad for what happened to some of the army dudes. Just a really good film. Just really, really great, and I had a great time. What I would rank the franchise overall, that's interesting based on these films so far, where like I feel like they kind of have one dud, but even with that one dud, a lot of people love it more. I see people saying that that's their King of Monsters, their favorite film. For me, it's my least favorite. And then I have a film that I think is fantastic in Skull Island. Then I really love Godzilla 2014, King of Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla X Kong is like great and really good. So overall, I would give the franchise a B. I think that it has some great films in there, so a good film in there, and then a really like film in there, teetering bad if it wasn't for the great kaiju battles. So guys, in the live stream, let me know what you guys think about the overall franchise ranking that I have here. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think of the MonsterVerse in total? Obviously, I haven't seen Legacy of Monsters. That might elevate it a little bit, but based on just the movies, what would you say the ranking for that is? Drop it in the live stream. If you're watching the replay, drop it in the comments down below. Let's see what you guys have to say. You guys talking to each other. My film ranking is Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla 2014, King of Monsters, and then Godzilla X Kong. Okay, so you like King of Monsters more than X Kong. That's fair. I know you really like those fights. I said Godzilla minus one because he's not in 2014 movie. It sucks. Oh, what? I like the 2014 film. Honestly, Godzilla's not in the the Godzilla minus one that much either. It's very similar premise where they show him, he attacks. They show him more. They give you more of him attacking. But he's there in the film almost about the same amount. Let's see. I never got to Godzilla vs. Kong before the new one. Got to fix that soon. Yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's worth going back and checking out how they interact with each other the first time. When there's certain scenes in Godzilla X Kong that will be funnier when you watch Godzilla versus Kong, especially the scene in Egypt by the pyramid. If you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil it. Now you're talking about out of enjoyment rankings. That's interesting. So enjoyment rankings: Godzilla versus Kong, King of Monsters, Skull Island, 2014, and then Godzilla X Kong. So out of enjoyment and just regular rankings, Godzilla X Kong is is at the bottom. But you enjoyed Godzilla versus Kong the most, and then King of Monsters. Okay. What was the one with Ron Perlman and Ferris Bueller? Ron Perlman and Ferris Bueller. Ron Perlman and Ferris Bueller. Were they in any of them? I don't remember seeing Ron Perlman. I don't think Ron Perlman's in the MonsterVerse. You should do a hangout ranking stream with Open Link. One day I'll do a ranking with Open Link with somebody. I just wanted to do a quick one on my own, so I didn't have to argue with people. I think the MonsterVerse is very entertaining. I'll say it's a B franchise. That's fair, yeah. I don't like none of these Zilla flicks, but I rock with you. Damn. So you watched all of them, Kal-El, and you didn't like any of them? Jeez. I can't rank them because I've only seen 3 out of the 4. Rank the 3 that you saw. Oh, he's talking about 1997 Godzilla. Okay, before the reboot. Ron Perlman and Matthew Broderick did a Godzilla movie. He saw the 1997 film. Kenny Sparks said it is. When they gonna let Vin Diesel drive a car through Godzilla? I mean, The Rock did Rock Bottom Kong in that Rampage movie. That is not King Kong. Don't disrespect Kong like that. That's a whole different animal. The Rock could never. Not a fan. I'd rather Megazords. But you got to watch them to find out if you're not a fan. How about Mama Bear favorite Godzilla movie? Godzilla versus Bambi? What is that? Thank you for joining, Kenny Sparks. Peace out. Everybody go check him out, man. Kenny just hit, I think, 1,500 subs. His channel members are up now. Go check him out. Go subscribe. Become a channel member. He makes awesome content. Go support the boy. Definitely not King Kong. Okay, so I'm going to open up everything to the Q&A section. If I can find my banners. There we go. So we could talk about anything. I'll probably go to 14 more minutes. I've seen a lot of them, not a fan. I haven't seen -1. So you've seen a lot of the MonsterVerse. I'm not talking about the old films from the 90s and the black and whites and the Asian ones. I'm talking about the MonsterVerse ones from 2014 up until now. You saw those films? Very different. Big difference between Godzilla 2014 and -1. I like the people we spend time with in -1. That's fair. I think the humans in -1 is better than the humans in 2014. Godzilla versus Bambi, we watched it last night on the Kings. It's on YouTube. Oh. Will it get me copyrighted if I go check it out? Both old joints and modern ones. That's fair. If you watch them and you don't like them, it's not for you. Godzilla versus Bambi. Oh, I'm not. He says on YouTube, right? Godzilla versus Bambi. But why is Godzilla fighting Bambi? Is it black and white? He says Kong Skull Island, King of Monsters, Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla 2014. Okay. MonsterVerse is a C+ for me. That's really good. That's really good. It's not great yet. That's fair. I know. I think you don't really like some of the. Well, no, actually, I haven't heard your opinion on them yet. That's somebody else. Did you see the announcement for Joker 2 trailer on April 9th? Yes, I did. I shared it on my Instagram. Because it looks like there's a black and white one. Let me see. Let me check it out. Godzilla versus Bambi. Or Bambi. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty much what would happen if Bambi and Godzilla fought each other. We greatly acknowledge the city of Tokyo for this help in obtaining Godzilla for this film. Oh, that's cool. That's cool that they let him use Bambi. But I see a colored version. Did they redo it? based on the work of Marv Newland. Oh, so somebody recreated it, but in color? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this to Bambi? What did she ever do? Did she just poop? Damn. Jeez. That is hilarious. Oh, man. He said, let's go, Bambi. MonsterVerse reminds me of the Universal universe we never got. How so? How does it remind you of that? They're very, very different. Like, there's no similarities at all. Bambi looks like a stone killer. Stone cold killer? Because black and white looks great in 4K. That's true. Trash? You crazy. Movies you're looking forward to this month? Well, let me find out what. Well, off the top of my head, I have tickets to go see Monkey Man this Friday. The First Omen also comes out this Friday. I'm going to try to see if I get to see that on Saturday. Let me see. April 2024 movies. So obviously, actually, let me just show you guys. Share this instead. Blah, 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 blah. I'm in the way. I'm in the way. Okay, Civil War is my most anticipated movie for this month. And then Rebel Moon Part 2, I'm kind of anticipating. I want to see what they do. Abigail looks like it's going to be really fun. Challengers, I'm excited for. I know somebody got to see it already. The Ministry and Gentleman Warfare looks fun. Like I said, First Omen. For some reason, they don't have Monkey Man here anywhere. That's interesting. The rest of these movies, I don't know anything about. So, sorry, excuse me. I'm not really excited for this. There's a Woody Woodpecker movie coming out. Did not know that. But yeah, those are the movies that I'm excited about. It's not like a huge month in terms of releases, but it looks like some films that I'm going to really like. Justice for Bambi. Hey, Zach, have a good... I'm about to post a video on YouTube showing the Mando Black Panther book. Okay, nice, man. Good luck with editing your video. Hilarious. That's a good one. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, I like the end. I like how they elevated the ending that the original creator tried to do. He said, "What did she do? If she had some sane movie takes, you can see why Zilla mad though." Why are they doing this to Bambi? That was just mean. Oh, the name reminds me. Okay, got you. Yeah, because that was supposed to be called the Dark Universe. Yo, Mama Bear looked at that link I sent you. She loved it. Nice. Glad to put her on. Are you gonna be talking about physical media that comes out this week? No, I'm not, because I'm not doing Zack Attack News Live this week. I'm not gonna be talking about it. Zack Attack News Live will come back next week. I just need a little bit of break from it because the news has been not great next week, and then I'll be back to the regular scheduled program. But I definitely wanted to do this. Hey, Clay, what's up, man? Oh, channel member. And my boy Clay's a channel member. Thank you for being a live stream. Are you watching WrestleMania, Zach? Also, are you finishing Chucky season 3? I'm definitely watching WrestleMania. This is my most anticipated WrestleMania in a long, long time. The card is really, really strong. I'm really invested in most of the storylines here. I'm really, really excited to check this out. I want to see if I could go see with friends, but who knows? Oh, and I haven't watched any of Chucky, the show. So I hear it's good. I definitely want to get to it, but I have so many shows that I need to finish and get to. So Scavenger's Reign I need to finish, which I might watch an episode. Like after I get off this live stream, I'm going to watch an episode of Scavenger's Reign, and then this movie that came out this month last month called Shake Shack. Is it Shake Shack? Something like that. came out on digital, and I wanted to see it in theaters and didn't get a chance to, so I'm gonna watch that tonight. I have Harley Quinn show. I need to watch season 3. I need to watch House of Usher. I need to see Halo season 2. I heard the second season is much better than this first season, and I like the first season okay enough. And I feel like there's something else I'm missing that I need to go back and watch. But I'm gonna check. But I have a bunch of shows I need to watch. I'm gonna add. I'll add Chucky. I'll check out Chucky because I hear good things about it. Godzilla plus Kong, Bambi's Revenge. That sounds like some Winnie the Pooh spoof of it. Did I miss the tier list? Yeah, you missed the tier list. I did it already. Also, did you hear that we are getting a new Chucky movie? No, I did not hear we getting a new Chucky movie. That'd be dope. I really like your opinion on that link I sent in an hour. So I think I sent it's an hour. Yeah, your documentary. I'm definitely gonna check it out. It is an hour, so I watched like the first 15 minutes of it. I'm gonna go back to it. Full disclosure, it was gifted to me. That's fine. You're gonna be first of all, Michael 101591. You know I love saying your name. You're gonna be at WrestleMania. That's so dope. Are you gonna be like high up? Are you gonna be in the middle, or you have floor seats? We don't need a new Chucky movie. We have a TV series. See, Michael, one thing I gotta say when people say things like this, and it's not an attack on you, it's just a general statement. TV is great. Obviously, a lot of people watch a lot of TV, but they don't make tons of money on TV compared to movies. So they always will make more money doing a movie than making a TV show. So they're probably going to want to make a movie, capitalize on the role that horror has been on since like 2019. Horror has just been on a roll in terms of box office, and then obviously Megan just made the animated doll hot hype again. So if they can modernize Chucky in a way to match Megan, it could work. I got club seats. I'm going to Raw that Monday, club seats as well. Nice. That's exciting, bro. I hope you have a great time. I'm gonna finish up Renegade Neil tonight. Then I need to finish Arc. How is that Scavenger's Reign? I should have been watching that. I only watched the first episode, but the animation is great. The world is beautiful. I'm very, very interested to see how they survive the situation that they're in. And also has a diverse amount of characters, which is cool. Also, AMC just dropped a new show called Parish. Need to watch the first episode. Okay. I think I have AMC Plus attached to my Prime Video, so I think I might be able to check that out. Let me Google it real quick and see what you're talking about. Parish. It's a drama series. Oh, my boy Giancarlo Esposito's in it. Okay. What's it about? Haunted by a violent murder of his son, Gary Parish finds himself thrust into an adrenaline-charged thrill ride through the criminal underworld with no escape. The wrong way may be his only way out. Okay. That sounds cool. It's based on a book called The Driver. Wait. They sent me to a show though. Okay. That's dope. Arc is fire. Yeah, Arc is fire. What streaming service is Arc on? Paramount. Okay. Let me add that to my watch list right now. Paramount. Did you guys see how the Disney Plus app changed? They added like a green tint to it to highlight that Hulu is now a part of it. I don't know how I feel about Hulu being on Disney Plus. It's good that maybe I don't have to pay for 2 streaming services, but also I feel like a lot of the content Hulu does is not going to go on it. He said, "I hate that." You're not a fan? Wait, is Arc an animated show? You got to pay more for Hulu if you don't have it. Oh, okay. I would only recommend the first 4 episodes of The Ones Who Live. Episode 5 and the finale were lackluster. Last time, I'll bring it up. Yeah, but if I watch the first 4 episodes, I want to see how it all ends. Yeah, it's animated. Okay, I see it here. Let me add it to my list. That's good because I don't really have a lot of stuff. Well, I have to watch Halo, and there's another show on Paramount that I want to watch. I just, I watch so many movies. I don't get a chance to watch a lot of TV shows anymore. Your favorite and least favorite movies of the year so far? Oh, okay. I can actually show you guys that. Where is my letterbox? My letterbox. Letterbox 2024 movie ranking. So, as you can see here on my letterbox, my favorite movie of the year is Dune Part 2. And my least favorite movie of the year is Mia Coppola, the Tyler Perry joint. It's kind of a tie between American Society of Magical Negroes. It hurts me that 2 black movies are my least favorite movies of the year. And I don't have any replacements for that. But fortunately, the 2 that I watched this year were not good. So yeah. Well, I gave this 1 star. So I guess it's more, I don't know. This movie made me laugh, but I laughed at this movie in a bad way. This movie actually has some good jokes. So I'll say Mia Coppola is the worst movie, my least favorite movie of the year. But the American Side of Magical Negroes is really close. But Dune Part 2 is my favorite movie of the year. One of my favorite movies of all time now. I have a combo. It only makes sense to get the combo. And yes, Arc is animated. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, it's based on a video game. Yeah, I know that. The One Who Lives is great, and it felt like the early seasons of The Walking Dead. That sounds good, man. I really enjoyed the first 6 or 7 seasons of The Walking Dead, and then I kind of just dropped off. Yeah, School Spirits. Thank you. That is one of the shows that I've been saying I want to watch. You told me about it, and I think it got renewed. So, School Spirits. Let me add it on my list. How many episodes? 8 episodes. How long are the episodes? They don't tell you. I hate when they don't tell you. I want to know if it's a train show or a home show. It only makes sense to get Hulu Disney combo. Everything on Hulu is on there. You aren't missing out on anything. Okay. That makes sense. You're right, my bad. Hope you like it. No problem, man. It's your opinion. If you feel like people shouldn't watch the last one, but I just feel like I'm just saying. I feel like if you watch the first 4 or watch the first 3, you should probably just finish it off. This guy, Kenny Sparks, coming back in. He's the least favorite. I gotta put it out there. His favorite is Dune Part 2. Least favorite, American Society of the Magical Negroes. The One Who Lives is better than the other Walking Dead spinoffs. Nice. I heard the Daryl spinoff is really good. Not you not supporting the black community. I knew Clay was going to say that. I knew Clay was so predictable, Clay. I knew he was going to say that. But in fact, I did support them because I streamed Mia Coppola and I paid for Magical Negroes. So they got my view. It's just the movies weren't good. I'm not going to blindly support the movies. Tyler came out as gay. Did y'all hear that? To quote Seinfeld, not that there's anything wrong with that. Who's Tyler? Tyler who? Mia Coppola is so bad and unintentionally hilarious. Yes, it is. So bad. But we already knew he was gay, though. Wait, who's Tyler and who's this guy we already knew was gay? I didn't know. I don't know who that is. They're about 40 minutes long. Oh, okay. I'm out again later. Oh, Tyler Perry. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know he was gay. But good for him. Good for him to be able to come out and be comfortable, you know? me start a poll. MonsterVerse. A, B, C, or F. Question: goals for you this year. My goal for this year is to right now to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of May, and hopefully get to 4,000 watch hours by the end of May and become monetized. And then by the end of the year, I want to get to like 1,200 subscribers, and like 4,500 watch hours overall. And then I also want to consistently have like 20 channel members. Um, and really develop my channel membership and things like that, and get the ball rolling economically on the channel. That's my goal. Because I've been thinking about it now. I think I want to try to get this so I can become full time on YouTube at least in the next 5 years. I would love that, for it not to just be like a side thing where I can come on and do YouTube full time. And then hopefully by then I will move and have my own space so I can kind of set it up and make things look better. Hopefully get a better camera. There's so many different things I want to do on this channel. So yeah. Hey, Mama Art Doll, Mama Bear Art Doll, how you doing? Ever seen Disney's Rocket Man with Harlan Williams? No, actually, never heard of that. So I know there's the Rocket Man, which is I think was the Elton John film. I see something from is it a 1997 film? Yeah. No, I've never seen this. This is the first time I heard about it. Wow. Questions, thoughts on Puff Daddy? Until things are officially released, I have no thoughts. F-1200, we getting a milli? Okay. A milli. Do y'all remember this old black movie, and I know you don't, called Insecure with a Tempest Bloodsoul, and I think Essence Atkins was in it? It was so bad it was good. No, I never heard of that before. Google it. Insecure, 2010 film. Oh, it's supposed to be like Insecure, but Insecure. That's a really weird title. It's a 2010 American crime thriller film directed by David M. Matthews. The film stars Essence Atkins, Denise Bouet, and Lamin Rucker. Boutte. How do you say her name? It's not Boutte. Baute? I don't know. Cordell Moore, Tempest Bloodsoul, Essence Atkins. Some of these actors look familiar. Nah, I never heard of this before. It says 93% of Google users like this movie, but it has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. First time hearing about it. Just don't get brand new when you get big. I promise. You know, I promise I won't change up. I don't think Tyler Perry came out. I've seen nothing about this. Trust me, Black Turtle will explode if he does. Let me see. Let me Google Tyler. Ooh. They're about to have me coming out. I see videos. Tyler Perry officially comes out gay, but where? Where did you guys see Tyler Perry come out gay? Because the only thing I'm seeing is a bunch of like fake videos. And I feel like it would be a bigger thing. I don't think it would just be like on Twitter. I feel like if he actually did come out gay, it would be like a big thing everywhere. Mama has been talking about you. We watched your favorite Godzilla. Definitely put that on your watch list. Rocket Man is hilarious. Nice. Rocket Man had Timothy Dalton in it, right? I remember that. This man asking me about Kendrick. Kendrick on thoughts on Kendrick diss. I don't see why he's doing it. Feels weird, but whatever. Like, I guess you want to diss Cole and Kendrick. I guess it's maybe there's some behind the scenes thing. I guess one thing I'll say is like I feel like the hip hop conversations died down a little bit now that we don't have any like people beefing with each other. So maybe that's what he's trying to imbue, like, oh, let's stop all this buddy buddy stuff and whatnot. But I don't care. I thought it was okay. Yes, Essence is my girl. Low key was shady, but good. The Cosby Girl, Denise was in it. Don't ever do that wink. The wink? Why not? Insecure is great because it's so bad. It's like The Room. Ah, I got you. Puff got some tapes on him, so he jumped ahead of it. Wait, on who? Tyler Perry? I don't trust any news that dropped April 1st. That's true. That could have been April Fool's. Ah, Zach's gonna forget us when he's big time. No, if that ever happens. Hey man, I didn't fact check it. If it's been on April Fool's joke, I didn't fact check that. Oh, okay. It probably was an April Fool's joke, which is a weird April Fool's joke. Yeah, the diss track was light. To oversimplify, Kendrick felt slighted by Drake's verse in first person shooter. It did feel like he was talking more about Drake on there than J. Cole. I wonder what he said that he felt slighted about. I don't know. It'd be very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting if Drake and Kendrick actually go to war. What happened with him with Pusha T was not great, and I don't know what Kendrick's going to say about him because he seems like he will just let loose. And Kendrick seems like he's been looking for someone to actually beef with him for a long time, and no one has. My only goal for this year is to hit 1K watch hours. Anything else will be a blessing. Hey man, you keep slowly creeping up there, so I'm happy for you. Have you watched the Quiet on Set documentary? No, I haven't watched it. I don't know if I want to watch it. Like a lot of the stuff that came out on that has been talked about for a couple years now. I don't know if I feel like I really want to watch that though. The big three have been sending shots. They all sea level. Sea level lyricists? Okay. I don't agree on the sea level, but okay. I watched Quiet on the Set. Okay. As a Torontoian, feel free to diss Drake, K. Dot, or J. Cole. Damn. You're from Toronto and you're turning on your savior? It was good, but kind of ruined some Nick shows for me. That's what when the truth comes out, man. A lot of these childhood shows are not great. They're not that good. Just fitting it. I don't agree at all, but that's an opinion you have. I have 2 documentaries you should check out. Okay, message me them. Justin's is their savior. I don't know. Drake is a bigger artist than Justin Bieber. Cole's verse talked about the big 3. Drake's verse said only a big 2. Oh, okay. Got you. I haven't listened to First Person Shooter in a while. I think I listened to that first week and then never went back. You always trying to age me lower than I actually am. I listen to a lot of top tier lyricists. Just because I think J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake are not sea level. You know? But yeah, guys, this was really, really fun. I don't want to stay on for too long, especially for the rewatchability of the video. Be on the lookout for my Monkey Man review. That's going to be coming out hopefully Friday night. First Omen, if I get to check it out on Saturday, I will check it out on I'll get to check it out on Saturday night, maybe review it Saturday night, not 100% sure. I'm finally gonna go check out Lord of the Rings, King of the Monster. No, Lord of the Rings, King of the Monsters, my brain. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King on Sunday. So that review should be coming next Thursday. I'm not promising it, but I'm saying that should happen. Zack Attack News Lives will return next Tuesday consistently. And I have a collab with Delon Movies where we do a movie swap. That is April 10th. That's next Wednesday. This man right here. Delon Movies. Go subscribe to him. I have a collab on this channel where I do a Movies That Made Us with Luke Ponto. That should be coming out soon. We probably will do it on a Monday or Saturday. I have to work that out, but I have the thumbnail and everything ready in the movies that we're going to be talking about. And I might have someone just messaged me for a collab. So I'm gonna be working on that and see how to get that together. But reviews. We also have the Joker trailer coming out. So Joker trailer reaction, I'll definitely do that as well. But yeah, this has been really, really fun, guys. Definitely hit that like button if you're not already subscribed somehow, but I know you all subscribe. Think about joining, becoming a channel member. I really want that to grow so I can make some exclusive content for you guys. And yeah, share it with your friends. Tell them about it. And this is my beloved channel members here. Thank you all on this list. Have You Seen with T? Tess made the Screens and Reviews. Noah Kaiser, DJ Family Nerds, Popping the Popcorn, Delon Movies, Spoiler Kings, Travis Mitchell, Basic Moves, Mama Art Doll, and 80s Kids from the 90s for being a channel member. I appreciate all you so much. Dark Room Movies, appreciate you for always doing a super chat. And I'm also going to figure out how to what's the word I'm going to say? To reward you guys for doing super chats as well. So appreciate you all tonight. Have a great night. I'll see you guys all on the next video and live next week. Peace.